welcome to the weekly grab bag for the week of the 25th of June 2023. This week was not super eventful. It was actually, I thought it was going to be even less eventful overall as I looked at the different sites and catalogs. But a few things came in, including things that I didn't really order, but the local comic shop still gave me. So we're going to go through this together. I did say on YouTube and Twitter that I was going to do more Franco-Belgian comics going forward. I had to grab something from my dad. Bob Moran Integral number 15. It includes 5 stories. 5 stories from Bob Moran. And the more recent ones, those are all from the 2000s. So they're fairly recent books overall on a series that's been ongoing since the 1950s. We're going to go through at least one or two this month. I've got a few Torgal laying around still. I've got a few Lucky Luke laying around. I might also do a compilation from a few Spirou magazines. I do think it's going to be fun to go back to another style of publication, another style of characters. This should be interesting, and the first story in this integral is actually pretty good to introduce the character. So this is what we're going to start with. As far as magazine Spirou goes, as I was talking about, 4439 and 14440 came in this week. They're basically catching up at my local newsstand to the most recent one. So we've got Les Sangremillettes, which I have no idea what it is. Seems to be an adventure story overall. I'll have to check it out. While 4440 is Cédric, which is a very basic run-of-the-mill comic strip from France. It's been ongoing for a while. It's not one of the really old ones. I think it started in the 90s or something like that. It's been ongoing for a while, but it's not like Boulet Bill and a few of those that have been going since forever and I don't think release anymore. I did get Orimia number 8. I'm not sure if the others are available locally. I'll probably have to go to local bookstores to try to see if I can get 9, 10, 11, and 12. I think there's 12 volumes overall in this series. My son's been going through them fairly quickly, but on my end, I'm still stuck. I haven't read past number 6. Just work, life, doing videos on YouTube, and wanting to game a little bit comes into the spirit here. I'll see how it goes and try to read through the bunch and probably do a full series review at some point, or I'll see how it's going to go. Manga is a little bit more difficult to review with my format. We'll see what I'm doing with this at a later date. As far as DC Comics, a few things came in this week. First one being City Boy issue 2 of 6. They basically put both covers that they received out for me, but I only really wanted to have one. It's not a thing that I want to collect obsessively. I did get the variant cover, the standard variant for this one. It is good looking, so it's kind of worth it. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of where the story is going. I think it could have been done really street level more than anything else. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's only 6 issues, and in this case, I'll probably buy them all just to have the full story, as I have a feeling this character might just disappear in the annals of time if things keep going in the way they are. Unstoppable Doom Patrol, issue 4 of 7. I'm not sure why it's gone up to 7, if it's just that the author and the artist finally realized that they're wasting time that they should be using on developing their story. This is a really weird comic. It does work really well for Doom Patrol. I'm happy as a Doom Patrol story. I've been reading Doom Patrol here and there from various eras right now. As far as a limited series, it really doesn't work as it should, because even this particular issue, it gives a very good understanding on the characters. It's a character piece on each of the characters, more or less, but it doesn't move the plot forward. It's a bit of an issue here. I'm not sure where this is going to go. or if they're just going to keep extending 4 of 8 and next, well, 4 of 7 now, 5 of 8 next week, and 6 of 9, and keep going and just switch it from a limited series to an ongoing. Maybe it's selling well. I have no real metric on this as usual. Don't know the sales number. It's not selling a ton in my local comic shop. Who knows where this is going to go? Green Arrow issues 3. This is outstandingly boring. Issues 1 had maybe some potential. Issues 2 was kind of lame. Issue 3, you've got time travel being added to the mix. You've got Peacemaker and Peace Wrecker fighting Arsenal and Black Canary, and nothing really coming out of it. It doesn't have time to breathe. It doesn't have room for all of the characters they keep introducing. It's definitely not as good as it should be. Batman and two-thirds of a good book. Brave and the Bold series. The biggest issue I have here is that the first part of those compilation books are a story by Tom King. That is awful. The art is trash. I honestly couldn't finish part 1 here, well, just part 2 of the story by Tom King, where the Joker is doing stuff, and I just can't generate any care. The real problem is that the rest of the book is actually really good. The Stormwatch bit is really fun. You've got action, you've got adventure, you've got all sorts of characters that are just different enough that it's interesting. So that's really nice. The Superman story that's in there is really fun. It's very pulpy, something that I would expect from early Superman. So that's really fun. And you've got the last bit here is a black and white Batman story, which is about his battle scars. It's fancy, it's artistic, and it works really well. It's actually an interesting bit. So you've got two-thirds of a good book, because unfortunately that Tom King story is the big chunk of it at the start. If all goes well and that story ends and they get someone else to write a Batman story at the start with another artist, it'll be nice, and it'll be worded. I honestly don't know where this is going to go, if the sales for this are any good. In the Batman names on it, generally that guarantees 15 to 20,000 sales easily. Hopefully, it improves over time, and that's the thing that I'll probably keep buying. It's a bit more expensive than a normal comic, as it's a compilation with multiple stories, but I think it could be worth it. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys have a very nice rest of your day. I thank you for listening to me. Keep on reading comics, keep on enjoying them. I'll keep analyzing them, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.